Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am so glad that you're here today. I have an excellent class put together just for you. And today we're going to talk about how you listen to music and where to find good music on your phone. That's right. The reason being is like music really puts you in an amazing mood, and you can change how you're feeling about anything, anytime, just by having the option to listen to something you love. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you right here, and we are going to hop right into it. There we go. Now, if this is your first time joining me, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. I know sometimes just getting online, just learning something new, taking the time to learn something new can be a challenge. And I appreciate you, and I want to give you a slam dunk for being here with me today, really and truly. Today, we're going to talk about Play Me Something Good, how you listen to things using your phone, how you listen to things that you love. And I have a lot of options here I'm going to share with you. If this is your first time joining me, welcome. My name is Abby Ritchie. I'm the founder of Senior Savvy. I'm also a TEDx speaker. Yes, I can brag a little bit. I founded this company, Senior Savvy, 6 years ago. We do tech workshops, tech concierge programs, and we also provide one-on-one sessions. So if at any time, feel free to email me, okay, and reach out. Don't be a stranger. Today, we're going to talk about streaming music. And now you're probably thinking, what's that streaming thing? We're going to talk about different music services, accessories for listening to your music. And there's always time at the end for me to answer some of your questions. First, I want to cover this topic, streaming music. What is it? So streaming is a progressive download. That's it. It's a download in action. So in the olden days, we'd have to download all the music onto a CD, or they'd have to record it onto a CD or onto a record, right? Or onto a cassette. I just aged myself, but you know what I'm talking about. It would all have to be recorded there in order for someone to listen to it. But nowadays, they don't have to do that because there's the internet, and the internet allows us to stream the music continuously without having a download. So streaming is a continuous real-time feed of music. It doesn't need to be saved like it did in the olden days on a record or cassette. It's happening online. It's coming from the internet, just like the way you watch Netflix. It's streaming in real time. Now, hopefully I didn't lose you. Hopefully you're still with me on this topic, because we're going to keep talking about it. So the way you listen to music these days is typically through music services, streaming music services. It might be Spotify. Give me a thumbs up if you are a Spotify lover. It might be Apple Music. If you're using an iPhone, it's Apple Music typically. If you're using an Android device, you might be listening and using Google Music, So a lot of these services are free. A lot of them have upgrades so that you don't have to listen to their annoying commercials. And they're typically available across a lot of devices. And so right now we're going to dive into some of the pros and cons. Now, one of the first ones you've probably have listened to and heard about before is called Spotify. One of the pros of Spotify is that you can create playlists, and the kids love to do this. So if you have a grandchild you're trying to connect with and have a relationship with, ask them to share their favorite or their latest playlist with you. Even if you hate every song on it, you're still going to create a connection with them because you've asked them to share something they love with you. And people do love to share playlists, right? So here's some of the cons. There are ads. They can be very annoying. You can only skip 6 songs an hour. If you want to upgrade your service, and this is something I did for my daughter, I paid $10 a month because she got all A's and it was worth it. So you can always upgrade it. If you're an Amazon Prime user, and I know many of you are, I am, Amazon has Prime Music. Yep, it's right there for you. It's streaming music available. You're probably not taking advantage of it. And it is free with Prime. You can ask Alexa to turn on that song for you, play your favorite songs. They have a somewhat limited selection, but you can always upgrade it for $8 a month. If you're an Apple user, you may have used iTunes in the past. They have a relatively new name, and that name is Apple Music. So all your iTunes went to Apple Music. There's a reason they broke it all out, because they wanted to create Apple TV, podcasts, and Apple Music. It used to all be under iTunes, so they broke it out. This is best if you were an iTunes user. There are several upgrade requests that are kind of annoying, but if you did want to upgrade, and it would be about $10 a month. Now, you may have heard of Pandora. Pandora is the granddaddy of these streaming services. That's right. You probably saw Pandora on your TV at some point. Maybe you used it on your computer 10, 15 years ago. That's right. It's been around for that long, which is a long time for some of these streaming services. You can tailor all of your music by giving it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. It starts an algorithm and starts to teach you starts to learn what you like and what you don't like. So what else? There's also YouTube music. Yeah, you can listen to any song on YouTube. In fact, many of my clients that are jazz collectors have found some of the most obscure tracks on YouTube. That's right. If you want to go the extra mile, you can also get YouTube Unlimited, which means you don't have to listen to those annoying commercials anymore. And you can also upload your own collection, your physical collection of CDs and records into your YouTube Music account. Now, many of you have probably heard of Sirius. It's been around for a long, long time. And this is another streaming music. It also has a ton of news and talk shows on there, as well as sports and weather. And people just love Sirius. Finally, the last one I want to share with you here is called Adagio. Adagio lets classical music fans enjoy high quality streaming audio with a huge and up-to-date catalog of classical music. So if you're a classical music buff, you are going to love Adagio. And I say it that way because I was saying it wrong for a while, but now I say it Adagio. And finally, I want to introduce you to Shazam. You may have heard about this, but here's the amazing thing if you didn't know already. Shazam, by use of a free app, allows you to identify songs you're hearing. So what that means is, let's just say you're at a restaurant, you hear a song, and you think, well, what's the name of that song? I don't know. What's the name? I love the song. Who sang the song? What was the name of the song? I can't remember. Well, all you have to do is you open up the app. It's a free app. You open the app, it recognizes the song, and then it tells you the name, where you can buy it. Genius. All right. That is called Shazam. Now, guys, I want you to give me a thumbs up if you learned something new. Great. We're going to move into the last section here, which is accessories. Because when you're listening to your favorite music, you want to be able to hear it well. And you want to consider a couple things. Do you want your headphones, or do you want a wireless selection? Do you want it to be wired? Maybe you want to use headphones, or are you going to go with earbuds? It needs to go into your ears. So everyone's a little bit different. I'm not saying there's a one size fits all here, but let's first talk about wireless. Now, you could get wireless headphones. They would go over your ears, like the old fashioned ones, right? If you feel more comfortable, if you don't want to put something inside your ears. A lot of people don't. So you could get a wireless headphones. Sony makes a great pair. They also have ones that go into your ears, and it has like a strap around your neck, so you're not going to drop it and lose it. You can also go wired, and there are times where I want to go wired. And for instance, at night, I want to plug my headphones into my phone because I don't want to get that annoying low battery notification while I could be sleeping, right? And so there are just other times you might want to be able to plug into a stereo and put those headphones on. If you are wanting to go with earbuds, obviously Apple makes a great pair, but there are other ones as well, just as good. JLab happens to be one of my favorite brands. Finally, I want to share this last bit with you. These are called bone conduction headphones. And you may see people out and about wearing them. What this allows you to do, first, you don't have to put anything inside your ears. And second, you can hear your music, your talk show, or your podcast, and also hear all the ambient noise. So if you're walking, this could be a great solution for you. Well, guys, guess what? We are at the end of today's workshop. And I just want to say, well done. If I was with you in person, I'd be handing out cupcakes. I love being with lifelong learners. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me anytime. We do private sessions, and we will be there to answer any questions that you may have. As always, it is an honor and a privilege to serve you. Please let me know in the comments below what other topics you'd like to learn more about. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you back here next time.